Welcome to Coming Up Roses. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kelly, and today is Sunday, June 19th, 2022. It is Father's Day.
Father's Day.
So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, especially mine and yours.
Yep.
Yours, heavenly happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
And mine who's in the other room, and I'll tell you about what we got him for Father's Day
It's
in
pretty
a
fun.
minute. This is episode 66.
Yep. And Juneteenth, because it's Juneteenth, y'all. So there's that.
Do you say happy Juneteenth? I don't know.
It's a happy occasion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Happy Juneteenth.
So it'll be June 19th.
Yeah.
Like whatever day of the week it falls on.
Yeah.
June 19th. Got it.
Because that's when they finally got the announcement to Galveston, Texas,
That the
1865.
slaves are
I just
free.
looked that up. I didn't know that off the top of my head. I just looked it
It's
up.
good to
before.
learn and not
Yeah,
educate yourself though.
that's right. That's
Yes. So happy all of that. We would have recorded yesterday.
right. Oh God!
Because we
yesterday
normally
was such
try
a
to
pain in
record
the
on
ass.
Saturday, but yesterday was a difficult one. So we'll start though with an update on COVID. So I did test positive for COVID, not the last week of school, but the week before the last week of school. So I was out for my 5 days and spent 5 days in isolation. If you watched last week, we came to you via Zoom in 2 separate rooms because I was still pretty much isolating. I never really got sick. I had a head cold, really, is what I felt like I had.
Well, between being triple vax, plus, well, you were quadruple vax, weren't you? No, you didn't get the fourth. Yeah, but you were triple vax, plus you got a kick-ass immune system.
I have a pretty
So-
decent immune system.
Yeah.
So I really just felt like I had a head cold, and I never really ran a fever. Not a high one. I mean, I never even got to 100. But just being isolated for the whole week was tough. But thankfully, it paid off because no one else in the family
Yeah.
ended up coming down with anything.
We tested throughout. None of us tested positive, and
So thank goodness.
so your mom and dad survived COVID twice while somebody in the house
I
had
know,
COVID.
right? Let's knock on wood, right?
Yeah.
So then I went back to work Monday for the final week of school, and it was a tough and long week. And I
Was it?
think it was because I had spent a week just doing nothing.
Yeah.
The diet, I lost weight the week I was doing nothing. But then when I went back to school, it being the last week of school, it started with a parent who brought in little nothing bundt cakes,
Which are
A little
fantastic.
cake,
If
and
you're in the area,
one of
or if
my
they have
favorite
around you, it's-
things in the whole world.
Yeah.
And it was a really difficult day. And so at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm just going to take one like spoonful of this cake. And by the time I was done, I had eaten, it's like a little cupcake size thing.
Yeah.
But that was really the first sugary thing I've had since April. And that apparently, and I got on the scale the next morning and I had still lost weight. So I was like, woo. And then we had ice cream sandwiches with the kids. So I had an ice cream sandwich, and then it was Kevin's birthday. So we stopped and got a couple of chocolate chip cookies. And then it was, apple pie and ice cream.
Yeah.
And it's just, and then, yesterday was a busy day. So it was fast food. It just fell off the wagon. I have put a couple pounds back on.
Yeah.
Today I am definitely fighting the sugar urge again. Like ice cream has been calling to me.
Well, yeah.
So, I came in, just finding other things to do to distract myself, but I don't know how well that's working because I'm
She
still.
started working on loan paperwork
I did.
to
It was
prevent
terrible.
herself from working on ice cream.
Yeah. So anyway, got through COVID fine. I still have a little bit of a cough, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
not like ridiculous. We got through the last week of school, so school is officially done. It is nice to have a break.
Yeah.
It was a tough year. A tough year and a good year all at the same time. I was challenged as a teacher
Yeah.
more this past year than I ever was before.
It was a hard year.
And I feel like a lot of the things that I was so good at went out the window because I just didn't have, after, still dealing with kids being out for COVID and still dealing with like distancing and still dealing with masking. And then to have that challenge on top of it. And then myself just not, there's just a lot going into this year.
Yeah.
I had noticed a big difference in the kids.
Yeah. Because these are kids that weren't socialized. At all.
They just, through that developmental years, they were all,
most of your 5-year-olds, when they get to your class, they're had exposure to other kids. They know that they're not the center of the
sharing
universe.
And they still think they're in the middle of it. They learn that throughout the year. That's the thing with like a lot of my kids this year just never really caught on to that. Yeah. They never got that they can't talk at the same time as you, and they can't have my full attention all the time, and they have to wait and take turns, and it more so than ever. That was the challenge. And I usually feel like I'm really good at getting that through to them. This year, I don't know. You
had some,
and then the major challenges,
roadblocks thrown at you too.
I felt like really worked my nerves to the point where I was having trouble like making things as successful as I want them to be. All the kids still ended the year great. They learned what they needed to learn, and they were all happy. It's just there was a lot of things that I feel like I felt short doing. So the challenges this year were difficult. But I spent the year with my best friend as my assistant. So being in the same room with her is probably the only reason that I was able to mentally get through the year without completely losing it. But that year is done and we're moving on. Now we're semi-normal again. Hopefully kids will come back with,
some sense,
a little more. So then our first big project of the summer, we kicked it off yesterday in a grand fashion.
Yeah, we decided, the garage has just been kind of a dumping ground for us. What are we going to do with this for now? Let's just throw it in the garage.
Overrun.
Let's just go. And your dad used to go in and putz around and straighten up in there and whatever, but that's out the window. And I need to step up and start doing it myself, but I'm a shit ass, so I didn't. So figured, okay, well, let's get a truck and do some trash run. And that's what we did. We rented a truck from U-Haul.
A pickup, which was a sweet truck.
That was a sweet ride.
Like so much so that I was like, all right, we might have to buy a pickup until we put gas in it. And then I'm like, no, we're not buying.
Yeah. Ridiculous. It was a sweet ride. It was smooth. It had all the nice little, real nice backup camera.
It was like a brand new truck.
It was a brand new truck. It was a Chevy Silverado. It was like I said, a smooth ride. Everything about it was nice. Comfortable, quiet cab.
We went to the stinky dump and Kevin got out, and I smelled, of course, as soon as he got out, but once he closed the door, I didn't smell it in the cab anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good for me.
And I even was able to climb into the back of it real easy. They got like little steps that you can use. Nice. Anyway, but when we were bringing it back, I had to put gas in it. We used less than a quarter of a tank.
We used 6 gallons of gas.
We used 6 gallons of gas, and it was $35.
Yeah, so that we don't need a truck. We didn't even we drove to the little dump close to home.
Yeah, stinky dump first, which is,
and then we did go to the other one, which is a little bit away, but not $30 worth of gas away.
No.
And then 89 cents a mile to rent the truck. But anyway, we got a lot of stuff out of the garage. I think because you weigh in when you go to the little dump, you like drive up on the scale. So we figured out what the weight was. The first run was 360 pounds worth of stuff. Just junk that we've been accumulating for 15, 20 years. I mean, it was a ridiculous amount of stuff. And then we made a second run, but by that time the little dump was closed. So we had to go to the big dump, and they don't weigh you there.
All they do is check your ID.
But it
make
was
sure
at
you're
least
legal.
another 300 pounds worth
Easy.
of stuff. So poor Kevin did the lifting into the truck and the unloading off of the truck of about 600 pounds worth of stuff. And he did it twice. So you moved like 1,200 pounds worth of stuff all by
It's all
yourself.
right. Yeah, it's all right.
It sucked. It sucked for him. I
Yeah.
felt so bad because we were all just kind of like useless, just directing him where to go. But we were heartless. It's like,
We haven't used this in 3 years. It's in the truck. It's
my
gone.
dad is the type that he always it's always good to have one of these on hand. So we had these like plastic shoe boxes. You could see through them. I'm like, come on, this is just stuff that's been sitting here. Get rid of it. We could even, he was like taking stuff back out of the truck. And then at one point, just this like piece of pipe like this long. He goes, it's always good to have a piece of pipe around. Like, okay.
Like, unless you're gonna beat the fuck out of somebody with a piece of pipe.
Okay, but he did fine. Like we did get rid of
Yeah.
stuff that I know that he was kind of like I know we can't get rid of any buckets. Dad is a bucket
He
guy.
did let me throw away one of the buckets because it had like old. It was all
He has ash
cemented in
instead
it.
of cemented in it. But Dad likes to have buckets.
Yeah.
Buckets, stuff goes in buckets. So anyway,
So now it's just a matter of getting everything organized, and that's waiting until after vacation. I'm not fucking around with any of that.
now
until-
everything in there is stuff we know we want to keep. It's just getting it homed in the right place.
I'm still not giving up on the idea of the shed either, because we do. I think we do.
It's just more money.
Hmm.
And then we have to worry
Unless we
about
get-
it. That's one more thing that
Yeah.
someone has to worry about.
Yeah.
Knocking over, blowing over, weed racking around it.
That's true.
I'm trying to get rid of all of the stuff that causes that kind of grief.
Hmm.
So anyway, yeah, we got the garage, a good piece of it done.
Yeah.
And now I feel like if Dad goes out there, at first I was like, there's just too much stuff out there for Dad to be walking around out in the garage. Because if he falls, we might never find him. Now I'm like, well, now if he falls, he's definitely going to crack his head open on the concrete. There's nothing to stop him now.
Yeah, but he's got a dedicated wheelie walker in there too.
Yeah, I
so-
told him he needed to use.
Well, she's been good about that. He pisses my mother-in-law off with no end because he wants to go out and do the pool, and he really shouldn't be walking around on the uneven, but he walks out there and I go with him, and he uses the wheelie walker, and he gets over there and we do the thing, and yeah, pool water looks good too.
The pool water looks so, if it was a little hotter today, I might get in it.
Hmm.
It's kind of, well, it was hot when we were out there earlier.
We
It
should
felt
check it
hot.
later,
We
yeah.
should check it.
But
It was hot yesterday.
yeah, yesterday
Well-
was stupid hot.
It wasn't stupid hot yesterday. It was stupid hot the day before.
Yeah, stupid hot Friday. Friday was stupid hot.
How
I
hot do you
took
have
off-
to be stupid hot?
Yeah. Well, I took off Friday to help out. I usually take the last day of school off to help out, which the last couple of years I hadn't because
I'm really
weren't
good at
able to-
just sitting and saying, hey, Kevin, can you move that? Or can you flip
Yeah.
that desk over? Or
it was a good thing I went to because there was a couple times where I could help Robin move a couple tables that were super heavy, and one of the other teachers, she was trying to flip one of her U tables, and those things ain't light.
no, they're
These
heavy.
Big U tables are basically what it sounds like is a table in the shape of a U.
Mhm,
You know, and it's got some size to it, got some weight to it. It's crazy.
mhm.
And I went to the meeting last year, the end of school meeting.
Kevin likes to go to the end of school.
I did. I found
Staff
it
meeting.
fascinating. I went last year. I actually walked up as they were delivering food, so I helped deliver food in. And then this year, it was just sitting on the uncomfortable blue dots.
That's why I pushed my chair down there.
I should
I
have
don't
done
sit
that.
on those little cafeteria table dots.
Those things are crazy.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not comfortable at all.
So the garage almost underway.
Yeah.
Big,
Just got to do
big
some sorting in there.
helping, like a big chunk of the work was done yesterday.
Yeah.
We also, when we were opening the pool and all, our table, on the deck was starting to rust out, which
Which
pisses
we
me
put
off.
together
but whatever.
on the show. We had that less than a year because we were going to record. And
That's
do a
right. That
fundraiser.
table. Well, we don't take care of our stuff outside.
Yeah.
We need a cover for
Well,
it.
it was metal and a metal top, and it just it just started rusting out.
Yeah. So we got rid of that, and I ordered a table to put on the deck, a huge, like, square, 5-foot square table.
And it would have been nice. It would have been fantastic.
I was looking forward to it because we often have more than just us.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have room for more people around the table. I say often, it's been years since we've had anybody because of COVID, but whatever. This year will be different.
Mhm.
So we got this thing delivered from Lowe's. The guy dropped it off at the bottom of the steps up to our house. Kevin somehow got it inside, and it was huge.
It's big.
And
it's basically 4 foot square. So
it's
4 foot by 4
5
foot.
foot square.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 by 5 by 5. And heavy as all hell because it's metal.
Mm-hmm.
So
we cracked it open yesterday. We're going to put it together, and we didn't even get it out of the box. One corner of it was completely bent up. And I know exactly what happened. The guy who was taking it off the truck probably dropped it out of the back of the truck because it was heavy.
The box itself looked like Ace Ventura delivered it anyway. So
we had a little bit of a customer service nightmare getting that done. I'm still not.
I've been in customer service my entire adult life since 2000. Since 97. 1997, I started working in Canton. And that was the most pain in the ass call I've ever been on.
Well, we called Lowe's, the store,
Mm-hmm.
To see, because we can't even bring it back because it won't fit in any of our cars.
Yeah, I'm not renting another damn truck just to bring that back.
And so we called to see if they could come and pick it up and bring us another one. Well, can't do that. They don't have it in stock at the store. Have to call the online
corporate, yeah,
whatever. So Kevin called them, and he's waiting on hold.
So I was on hold for like 5 minutes, and they get on and they said, "Well, we got this thing where we'll call you back."
Than 5 minutes. It felt longer than 5 minutes.
But they said we got a callback feature. We'll call you back. I'm like, all right, I don't need to sit and listen to this shitty hold music. So I said okay, and then they said, we'll probably call you back in probably less than 5 minutes. And then sure as shit, 5 minutes later, get a call back from them, pick up. And they said,
please hold.
We're going to place you on a brief hold while we get the next technician. And then I sat on hold for 8 fucking minutes listening to shittier hold music.
Getting madder and madder the whole time.
I was like, this is so ridiculous.
Like, don't tell me you're going to call me back to have me avoid being on hold. And then I'm on hold longer than I was on hold the first time.
And I don't know how their system works. My assumption is that they assume that their average call times are, like, let's say 8 minutes. And they say, okay, we've got somebody who's going to be available in 8 minutes. So we'll put you in that queue. But it never works that way. If you got somebody who's on a phone call, it's not always going to be an 8-minute phone call.
And it should be, like, they disconnect that call and then it calls the next number. Rather than having call the next number gets called and they're waiting for you to finish that call. Because you could have a customer on the phone who's just refusing to, like, get off the line.
Every day I've talked to somebody who's, just doesn't want to get off the line for whatever reason, whether they're mad or they're lonely or because, whatever. There's people that just will not hang up.
If you want your customers to feel like you value their time, then the actual agent who's calling you, that call shouldn't go out until that agent's available to talk to you.
Yeah.
So just from a customer to, Lowe's, if you're out there listening.
We'll let you sponsor us.
And what is Southside? And we know that you are. Don't do that. Just either leave me sitting on hold or call me back when you're actually ready to talk to me. One or the other.
But if you want to sponsor us, we'll turn all this shit around. We'll delete it from YouTube.
So now, like, we'd have to wait till the end of June to get another.
Which I already put the table that we had out on the corner because this table showed up. I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and put this out on the street. Mother-in-law called the city and the city was going to come pick it up. And it didn't even last an hour. It was gone. Somebody come by and
Some
said,
people
free
who are
table.
crafty know how to do stuff like that. We don't know how to do
Have
stuff
at
like
it. You know, you want to take the time to sand it all down and spray it.
Yeah.
It's on you, brother. Have
So
at it.
anyway, my money for this table doesn't get refunded until Lowe's decides to call us and arrange a time to come pick it up, which pisses me off.
Yeah.
So we went to Home Depot and bought a different table. Kevin ran over there this morning, picked it up, put it together like a champ, him and Mike.
Which I like this table. The table that we got from Lowe's was metal, and we would have had the same problem. This one, at the top of it is tile. It's heavy as hell, but I mean, it's a nice thick tile, and it looks nice. It looks really nice.
It looks like wood, but it's tile.
Yeah.
So anyway, we do finally have an outdoor dining now.
Yeah.
With a new umbrella over it, which is nice.
Oh, and I got the gate thing up.
Gate got done.
That was a pain in the balls because when I put it up on the side, I got it up and it was fit nice and snug. And I was like, great, that's good. How does this work? And I go to pull it and I can't pull it. I'm like, wait, how does this pull? And then I realized there's this button at the top that you have to push and twist. But the lip for the steps or for the banister was covering it. So you really couldn't get into it unless you like dedicated a whole hand to it. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I had to pull it down and put it on the outside of the thing.
But you did it.
Yeah.
So that's done. Pool looks great. Deck's ready for dinners out there. Might do it tonight.
Well, we're going to throw some steaks on the grill that your mom got from the Wegmans. Oh, that's another thing. We went to Wegmans. That place is a madhouse. I mean, it was laid out weird. I know they got like restaurants. They got like 6 different restaurants in there, which, you know, if you're going in there for that, that's fine. But if you're going in there to shop, first of all, ain't none of it cheap. You ain't saving no money on the Wegmans. So I'm guessing you're going there because there's specialty items, which is why we were in there. We're looking for stuff so that my mother-in-law can make an antipasto for us to take with us down to the island. So we go and we'll look for stuff and there's some of the stuff we couldn't find. We're gonna have to go try to find it at the teeter. But for whatever reason, they just had oddball stuff in oddball places. They had pickles all over the place. I mean, they were just displays with pickles. Like, well, goddamn, why you got so many different types of pickles and why are they in 4 different places?
Did it ever occur to you that you might not be Wegmans' target audience?
I guess.
I mean, we only went there because the stuff we need is like New York stuff. Yeah. I mean, it's not stuff you typically find.
Yeah.
Just your regular grocery stores here. That's what I've been told anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I might go back to check out the burger bar, but that's about it.
Yeah. So anyway, so all we have left now is to get prepped to go on this trip. Mm-hmm. And I'm starting to feel like my parents. With the whole talking about what we're going to make and when are we going to order the food and how are we going to pick it up, and it's over and over and over again.
But we had a good plan. Like tonight, we're going to go pick up a bunch of the stuff that we need. Got to take a trip out to Sam's to pick up brats because the brats there are good brats and they're good price, very good price. So that's good. They've got and then you found a cool side dish because we're doing bratwurst. Our cooking night, we're going to cook bratwurst and hot dogs. And then we're going to make baked beans.
I'm making baked beans. And then we're doing
was it cheesy grits?
What's it called? Bacon and cheese. Baked 2 cheese and bacon grits. Yeah, I'm not much on it for grits, but we'll see.
That'll be good.
I might like it. I don't know why it's called 2 cheese. Oh, I knew. Never mind.
Because it's 2 cheeses in it.
I forgot about the second cheese on top. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, we could really go wild and make it 3 cheese.
Kevin likes to, whenever we get a new recipe, he doesn't like to measure things. I like to make the recipe by, according to the recipe the first time.
Mhm.
And then you decide how you can tweak it.
Yeah.
But you should know it might be the best thing you don't need to
I'm
fix
looking
it.
forward to it. It's basically shrimp and grits without the shrimp is really what it amounts to.
Okay.
But I'm 100% down with that.
Mhm.
I love good shrimp and grits. The only place I ever had shrimp grits where it wasn't good was at the Whiskey Kitchen. They serve it in like a brick. That's dumb, but
Or something else.
yeah.
So we got our chairs with our umbrellas that attach to them.
Yeah.
Got
those from my birthday.
I got Kevin a new speaker, a Bluetooth speaker to take with us.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Nice
too. Nice quality sound.
Yeah, all the summer clothes. It's gonna be good. So I'm gonna do my nails so that they look like ocean water, beach, and sand. Yeah, but I'm leaving them bare until then.
Yeah.
I haven't had bare nails in
a long time.
For any length of time, for a really long time. So I'm just gonna leave them. And then I'm gonna do that. Gotta do my toes. All pretty with the color street. I don't know. I mean, it's not like we're going out to where there's no civilization. So if we need things, we'll be able to get things.
On the island, there's a big food line. We're busy. Well, it's the busiest food line on the.
That's the thing. Like, I don't want to run into a store that I have to wait 3 hours in line to get. I guess during the week, it's probably not so bad. It's probably mainly bad on the weekends.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's all of that exciting stuff for our episode 66. Anything else happened this week?
No, that was it.
We pretty much covered it.
You covered it all.
A lot going on this week.
Next week, though, we're going to be having some footage from all week long. And the episode might be a little late, but it'll get up. It'll be nice. You guys
might not be up until Sunday.
Might not be up until Sunday, but
because next Sunday we'll be down there.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
We're not going to record Saturday the first night we're there.
Fuck, man.
We might not do an episode.
We might not do an episode next week, but the week after it'll be all the footage from the week. I
was like, that doesn't sound right. That's
maybe we'll do a live on the way down. Like we'll do a Facebook live for our fans that follow us on Facebook.
We probably won't.
Probably won't.
I think that we're gonna go down there and we're gonna spend the week in the moment. We're gonna be present and we're gonna be with your family and that's what we're going to focus on.
There we go.
And then, when we come back, we'll do an episode.
There we go.
I don't want to spend the whole time down there trying to harass people. No one's going to want to sit down. And I say we just go down there and enjoy it.
Okay. I'm 100% down.
That's my suggestion. So now if something really funny happens that I happen to catch on video, we may put those clips in our following weeks.
Yes.
So you pulled these out. Is this what we're doing?
Yeah.
You want to just?
Isn't that the?
I should have known that. Trivia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just grabbed whatever was in there.
Okay, so I don't know how many questions are there on there, but enough. Let's see.
All right, there's 5. There's 4.
Okay. You want to go first?
What is the last name of Sylvester Stallone's character in Rocky?
Balboa.
That is correct.
Hold on, folks. I got to keep score.
Keeping score.
Kelly, Kevin.
Oh, this is the shit you should know.
Okay. No, it isn't. It says I should have known that.
Yeah, I know, but we call it shit you should know.
Oh, okay. How many legs does an ant have?
6.
All right.
It's an insect.
We're tied.
All right. What city is the historic center of the U.S. auto industry and the home of the headquarters of General Motors and Ford?
Detroit.
That would be Detroit, Michigan.
Boom. What currency is used in Russia?
The ruble.
All right. Look how smart we are. We've gotten 4 in a
I know,
row.
4 in a row. I
Gonna
just remember
stop
that
right
from
here.
Yakov Smirnoff. He did a
See,
special
I
called
would have said rupee, not ruble.
rupee. That's
yeah.
like India.
Yeah.
Yeah, rubles are
Russian,
of-
yeah.
What is the capital of Portugal? I would never know
Oh
this.
my gosh. Capital of Portugal.
Mhm.
Is it a city I'll recognize the name of?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Lisbon.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that either. Never in a million years.
that. What do you call the nose of a horse?
Snow?
The muzzle.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah.
Once I read muzzle, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. But I wouldn't have
Mm.
come up with that word.
Who directed the 1994 film Pulp Fiction?
Quentin Tarantino.
There you go. All right.
Wait, you have one more.
Oh,
In what classic arcade game do you steer a figure gobbling dots and prizes?
Pac-Man or Mrs. Pac-Man?
All right, Pac-Man. We tied. We have to pick another
We
card.
gotta go with another card.
Cheers. The arms of our chairs. Pick a card. Pick one you already had. All right, go for it.
Who is submitted? And I'll let you read it. Guatemala, more commonly known as
Mahatma Gandhi.
Buddha.
Ah,
I don't know if y'all can see that.
it's a really long name.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they can't.
it's all fucked up.
What gives wine its red color?
Grapes, the red grapes.
More specific.
Chlorophyll? Fuck, I don't know.
The grape's skin.
Oh,
Should you get a point for that?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I know it was grapes. So white wine is what, green grapes?
It's a good question. I don't know. I'm gonna give you the point on that one.
All right. All right. Which string is the thickest string, also known as the top string on a guitar? Yeah, I wouldn't know this.
Which string?
Yeah,
Is it like a note?
a note. Yeah.
D.
No, E.
That was close.
You were close.
How many zeros are there in 10 billion?
10.
Yep.
I just pulled that straight out of my ass.
Because I said 10 billion.
Yeah. Well,
That's where you got the 10 from, probably, because I said the word 10.
I still pulled it out of my ass. All right. What composer wrote the piano piece Faire Estelle? Faire Estelle.
For Elise?
Okay, yeah, sure.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Beethoven.
Beethoven, you got it.
Oh,
Oh my God.
All right. What color is the middle band of the German flag?
Ooh. Shit. Green.
Red.
Damn it.
We were smart on the first card.
Yeah, this one we're getting our asses handed. In which ocean can you find the Bermuda Triangle?
The Atlantic.
Yep.
What is the name of the Manhattan Arena where the ice hockey team, the New York Rangers, plays its home games?
Madison Square?
Yep. You won. It was close though.
Yeah.
6-5.
6-5. I don't know any other venues in New York, so I'm sure there's other venues, but
There are, I'm sure too.
yeah. Oh, I don't know shit.
Uh,
I know 6 things.
you knew 6 things. There were 8 questions. Oh no, you only got 6 of them right. So you're right.
Yeah.
You knew 6 things. Oh boy.
All right, everybody.
A quick episode today.
Yeah, yeah.
but that's all right. We got a lot going on in the next couple weeks, so we'll skip next week.
Probably skipping next week, and then we'll be back. Let you know how vacation went, and yeah, we'll go from there.
All right. Y'all have a great week. See you later.
Bye, everybody.